Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I think it is the 4th. Hold on a minute. Let me get my sweetener. I got to get my cup of coffee here. It is the 4th of December, 2023. We get a one-day reprieve from the funky skies, and then I think we're going to be back in the soup tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, the number one thing that people request on here, besides the fact, Rosie, just shut your channel down. The number one request. Could you just take down your channel and just stop the insanity, right? I mean, we're coming up on 10 years on January 3rd. Yeah, could you just shut down your channel? All right, besides that, why do I look so small in here today? Because I guess because the camera's pointed up at the ceiling. Anyway, the number two request, besides just shut down your channel, is Rosie, why can't we do a morning vlog? And I can't promise I'm going to have one every day, but I think it's a good idea to try to do that because there's some things I can cover off with that. You know, when I do a live stream, I like to be very attentive to the side chat. I like to make sure that people know that their presence there is very valued. And although I can't promise to answer every question that people have, some people like to pose questions that make you a little uneasy or whatever, just for the heck of it. But I try to engage everybody in the on the side chat, right? But I don't get to some of the topics that I need to get to because, well, you know, I'm a good bullshitter. So, I can get to talking for a long time, and you know, we can sit there and just BS all day long, and I don't get to the things that I need to do. I got a haircut yesterday. Does it look okay? There you go. Anyway, I'm going to try to do something in the morning. I can't guarantee it because sometimes I'm tied up with maybe some volunteer work, doing some restoration, repair work or something like that. But I am certainly going to try. In the meantime, well, let me get a seat here and we will. Well, before I do that, my present to myself for Christmas. All right, yes, I get myself one present every year. And you know what it is. It's champion gear. Yes, it is. And this, I wanted to get some different colors. And I decided to get some blue drawers here. Don't these look cool? And they're rather lightweight because some days these are like real furry, like, right? I mean, I like the build quality of Champion. But, you know, I like to be colorful, and of course I'm always on the cutting edge of fashion, as we know, out there, so I got that. But I can't do with that, I don't know, I think I got one navy, yeah, and I got tons of black, because, well, I look good in it, right? So now we got plenty of drawers. I don't have to worry about the drawers coming up because as I did the video, you know, the Thanksgiving lunch down at the Thanksgiving feast down at St. Joe's in Las Vegas, they're like, oh, Rosie, you know, you have holes in your holes in your pants. Well, I never want to have holy pants unless it's in the right spirit of the situation. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'll just be wearing those clothes for like repair work and things like that where it's not going to really matter. But I like that blue color. That would be real nice with the top here. And yeah, just dig the quality. I love the build quality of Champion. As you guys know, now I'm going to sit down and then I'm going to start, it's good, start preparing my breakfast, as you guys saw. Oh, Rosie, you're so dynamic in the morning, yes. You saw I made the delicious pickle relish. You can see the little bits of little tchotchkes of pickle in there and stuff. And it was absolutely delicious. So I'm going to make myself a sandwich for breakfast today, and sit down and we can talk about a few more things that's coming up in December. It promises to be a busy month. Let's get our cutting board here. Where's our, everybody hates to see me use the bread knife, but it's an appropriate time to use the bread knife. And of course I can't find it. Is this it? Yeah, this is it here. Here we go. Let's slice off a little bit of this. I don't want to make it too fat of a sandwich, the bread, nor do I want to make it too thin. That appears to be about just right there, nice and thin, because there's a lot of surface area on that. And this slices up really well. And to keep my bread, I don't have a bread box. I don't want a bread box, okay? I don't have room for a bread box. But what I use is just, I put it into the Dutch oven that I bake in, and I put the chop on. And that keeps it really nice. Keeps that really nice for at least a week or so. You guys know expired products aren't. It's like, oh Rosie, we wish we could look in your refrigerator because we know there's like a shitload of expired products. Remember we got the Farmer John hot dogs from 2011, and ooh, they were a unique eating experience, let me tell you. Okay, let me finish building out the sandwich here. Okay, man, I love big meat. You guys know I like big meat. I love big meat. Lay this baby on here. Need to eat a little better. When you don't run heat into place, you got to keep your calorie intake up. I'm probably burning 30% more trying to keep body heat and stuff than the average person that's got the heater running and all that. So we're going to put a little bit of salami on here. Sometimes I toast it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes when you toast it, it just seems to slightly affect the flavor of it. I don't know why. But okay, there we go. We cut it on an elegant angle. We got ourselves a really, really nice sandwich there. Oh, I can't believe you, Rosie. I've never seen somebody that was just singled in on one brand and wearing Champion. Really? You don't think that that's a little over the top? Of course it is, right? I'm not going to smack my lips, I promise, but if you don't make this rye bread with pickle relish, oh, it is so good. Even if you just use the juice when you buy Vlasic, the old pickles or whatever, even if you use a half a cup of that to put into your bread, I mean, it gives such a deep flavor, and it just makes it very tasty. And I love it. Okay, well, I'm not going to be a slob and eat in front of you for the next 10 minutes. I'm going to eat this, and then we'll finish up the vlog. We'll let you know what's coming up. That was freaking tasty. One more cup of coffee to get fired up. I think that Tara really likes that really, really strong coffee. She probably thinks I'm kind of like a wimp with the way I like the coffee, but it's just the way it goes. Gonna try to be harvesting some fruit coming up. I don't know why they can't make a pot that pours without dripping everywhere. Put a little milk in. Oh, that was good. That rye is so tasty. It's like gotta be my number one bread. Anyway, guys, let's talk about now that you've seen I've revived metal detecting here, and you guys know I've been writing a book, and it's about 400 pages. I don't know, somewhere around for straighten this shit. What the hell? There we go. Ain't that crooked stuff. I feel like I'm on a Titanic kind of going down, but I've been writing and revising and working on that. I don't know. I've been kind of taking my time. I mean, it's not something that you can. It's not something that you can rush through and just slop something out. I have to make sure that it reads smooth as silk. That all the syntax, all the grammar, all the usage is A+ in every single way. Because I don't want people to get bogged down with poor writing, but I'm not particularly, I'm not talking about that today, but the metal detecting is certainly back. Weather permitting, we're going to have more coming up, and you saw that we did the shop, I did the shop cleanup. What did I say? We did it like your helping hands. You're getting all the dust up your nose from the workshop and all the chemicals and all the stuff. And right, okay, yeah, I cleaned the shop last week. It's looking good in preparation for doing some more vintage audio work. Now, it looks like I think it's going to be the 14th, which is a Thursday, December 14th. I thought I was going to do LA first, but that does not appear to be the case. I think that's going to be pushed off until January. So it's going to be a direct run to Las Vegas on the 14th. That'll give me some time to work with Father down at St. Joe's there to set up and work on some financial things for the future. And again, let me personally thank everybody that contributed to just an over-the-top. I think there's still money coming in. I think we're somewhere around over $12,500. And Father asked me to also personally thank, I know Patricia and some other people have donated and ticked things off of the wish list there. And I'm going to try to post that wish list under videos and under live streams. Of course, I'll probably forget, but it does come up automatically in the live streams. I would ask, please don't send me anything for Christmas. There's two ways that you can help. Number one is three ways. Number one, help out in your community a little bit. I think so many people are depressed and in anguish these days because their lives, and we tend to be more centered on our screens and things and what's happening in our own little universe. And I found myself, I'm a much happier person when I'm very outward oriented in terms of, schlepping repair work or whatever. I feel much, much happier stuff. So number one, maybe think about doing some outreach in your area. Number two, the wish list, if you come to a live stream and you see that Amazon wish list come by for the St. Joe's, it's not frivolous items. It's hats, it's gloves, it's socks for men and women and children, and some food items. Think about picking up something off of that list. A great way to make yourself feel good about doing for those who don't or can't do for themselves down there. And also, if you do buy anything on Amazon that's not on that particular wish list, if you use my links that come up in the live stream for Canada, US, and the UK, it helps support the channel a little bit too, which is a good thing. Lastly, like I said, I don't need anything personally. I'm trying to downsize. I try to keep my life as simplistic and as low. There's a difference between needs and wants, and I try to keep mine really keep my stuff very simple here. But if you want to help out when I'm traveling and things like that, or if you want to do something, the Cash App or the PayPal or the Super Chat is a great way to do that. And you can always rest assured, I mean, you see where the money goes. If I'm going to Vegas, I'm not putting myself up in the Bellagio or the Wynn, right? I book a trip, I ordered from cheapest to most expensive, and I'm right down there at on ground level. I'll be at the prison industrial complex again. Down there, I don't believe in being wasteful with anything. So if you do help out, you do see where it goes, and it is good. I've been asked to do more food reviews. I tried to do that economically, right? I'm not going to go in and treat myself. Well, we're going to do a review of the Caesar's Palace Bacchanal Buffet today, and here's my $120 or whatever, and gee, here's crab legs, and we know what the hell's on that, right? And I leave there feeling like a Macy's float balloon, right? I can't stand that feeling, right? So if there's things you want to see, we're going to try. I'm spending a lot of time with Mr. Z. He's taking some time. Of course, we'll see Monkey Boy too. But we'll try to go back to Ethel M's, try to research some places where they're having some lights or some Christmassy stuff or some interesting stories to tell as we usually fine. So the other times I've gone down since spring, it's been like 75% working trips for me and 25% fun and yucks. Well, this is going to be the reverse. This is going to be 75% fun, lots of vlogs, lots of live streams and things like that, and 25% working. I won't be returning and asking people to do anything more for Danny, having had such a wonderful response, although I do have a spring fundraiser that's an entirely different organizational bent, but I think that you'll welcome that when that comes. But that gives your wild 3 or 4 months to recover. Okay, so I can cash in those big stock profits, and here, Rosie, there you go. Put it in that or whatever. So it's going to be a very fun trip. If there's things that you would like to see, let us know. My philosophy is, get a cheap breakfast, which is a $10 oatmeal or something like that, and then make sure we have a decent, make sure to have a decent dinner. I think that's very important, and that's where we can do the reviews. Now, when I stayed down at the South Point Casino, way down on the south end of the Strip, it's a whole different world down there, right? We saw where Vegas dreams go to die with that weirdo housing complex down there. But we also were introduced to a whole ton of new restaurants, Stallone's in the Shanghai Noodle Factory, and we were just astounded at what's out there. So we want to hit that really hard again. That's going to be a main priority too. And we're going to have a good time. It's a very low time to be in Vegas. We should be through the national finals. Rodeo should be over. So it's going to be a low-key time, which is nice. We'll be able to do some vlogs. I'll be able to get around, show some of the decorations and some of the Christmas stuff. There's going to be a lot of vlogging. I told you, this is kind of in preparation for 2024, when there's going to be a lot of vlogging. There's also going to be a lot of live streaming, and you might as well prepare yourself for that now, on the Rosie Murphy channel, which is the B channel on here. Okay, just put Rosie Murphy in, and make sure you're subbed up to that so you don't miss any of the content. It's going to be a very busy trip, and it's going to segue. We have Christmas time coming up, and then it's preparing for the new year. And then, God willing, it's going to be a lot of fun and a very different kind of travel. And when I talk about doing a faith tour or something like it, it's going to be an approach to travel that's not out there. I mean, how many times can you go see the Eiffel Tower, or, right, the Leaning Tower of Pasta, or whatever it's called? I don't know what it is. Okay. We need to have a different angle, and we're certainly going to have that, because when you come to really think about it, there's a lot of cool things that have happened in America, and this is there's some really spiritually interesting things that have gone on here. I myself have been a beneficiary of multiple miracles. The miracle of the when I could hardly walk in Reno and was cured in that, and then when the car's rolling down the hill in Vegas and the guardian angel sent a mini tornado into the church to wake me up. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Your thumbs up are appreciated. You know, somebody's got to be styling on this platform, and what the heck? It might as well be me. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit that bell for all notifications. And I will see you guys later. Mwah.